Introducing the
South Asian
American Justice
Collaborative.
SAAJCO.
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 Hi, my name is Amol Sinha. I'm the Executive Director at the ACLU of New Jersey, and I'm also a proud board member of SAAJCO. Now, while I lead a civil rights organization, I knew that it was important for South Asians to have something by us and for us. That every American issue is a South Asian American issue, whether we're talking about racial justice, immigrants' rights, democracy, or any other challenge that we're facing today. So I hope you'll join us in building the legal power that our communities deserve.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second webinar of the Engaged Community Series, a powerful collaboration between SAPRI, the South Asian American Policy and Research Institute, and SAAJCO, the South Asian American Justice Collaborative.
And, when we talk about from hate to hope, I look back at that moment and could spend hours describing the horrifying circumstances that our community faced, that I faced personally, as the victim of hate crimes in the aftermath of 9/11. But what came out of that was not only the organization of the Sikh community that is now very robust, but I think the breaking down of some of the barriers that existed in the South Asian community between our various, whether it's religious or regional, in the diaspora, the baggage that our parents' generation brought with us to the U.S., I think those barriers broke down. So, we're talking about the dot busters, earlier on in one of the comments, and thinking about the affinity and the allyship that's been built. I see hope in all of that.
I feel that they're being supportive and really getting what they need for their child, but they don't understand essentially that their LGBTQ child can face racism and xenophobia in mainstream spaces. So
South Asian migrants to the U.S., to North America, to anywhere have always included queer folks.
Hiring an attorney here, and especially in the United States and California, it can be very cost expensive, and the survivors that often are coming to get help, they don't have so much financial ability to pay. And I think having quite a few pro bono organization like SAAJCO is really important, so that survivors can come and seek justice in the court of law and have a representation where they can participate and their voices can be heard.
So, do you want to open your door? What happens if you open your door? Try to open that door. Let me see what happens. Yeah, he's in. Did he get invited in? Namaste. No? He didn't get invited in. He came in the moment she cracked open the door.
Namaste. I'm Robin Guru, Co-Executive Director of Asian Refugees United, and I'm part of Nepali-speaking Bhutanese community in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Just last week, we partnered with SAAJCO for a Know Your Rights clinic for the Nepali-speaking Bhutanese community in Pennsylvania, a community that is now being targeted by the current administration, where 27 of our community members are already deported to Bhutan, the same country that persecuted our community member. SAAJCO brought in both local and virtual attorneys to support our community members with legal consultations. This is a community that holds a unique history and identity within the broader South Asian context. Having a South Asian legal organization like SAAJCO show up with cultural understanding and commitment made a real difference. These kinds of partnerships help build trust and access to justice where it is most needed.
Hi, I'm an international student who recently graduated from University of California. Earlier this year, I found out that my service record had been terminated without warning. I had not done anything wrong, but suddenly I was in a situation where I felt powerless and completely unsure of what to do next. Through a hotline set up for affected students, I was connected with SAAJCO. They immediately stepped up and offered to file a lawsuit on my behalf, completely pro bono. Just knowing there was a South Asian legal organization which were willing to stand by me during such a difficult time gave me strength and reassurance.
Our community needs to speak up loudly against normalizing hate and resentment and targeting of South Asian Americans. We need a national civil rights organization led by South Asians for South Asians, one that fights for our safety, our dignity, and our collective power.
The South Asian American Justice Collaborative is a national legal nonprofit whose mission is to fight for the civil and human rights of the South Asian diaspora in the United States. So SAAJCO stands here and offers you a megaphone.